let's transition from the pro game to the college game. And let's get into another quarterback discussion because apparently in the state of Michigan, all we can talk about are quarterbacks.
That's it.
And
That's
here's
it.
the deal, right? Like Jim Harbaugh came out and made a decision. Kind of.
Yeah, look, put some air quotes on that.
There is no quarterback controversy. It's not really even a two quarterback system. What Jim Harbaugh said, to paraphrase, is both guys have played exceptionally well during camp and they want to give them a good evaluation during game time. So Cade will be the starter game 1,
Mhm.
J.J. McCarthy will be the starter game 2, and they will make their decision in game 3.
Mhm.
Now, Eric, what are your initial thoughts to this? Because there's a whole nother level of this that I want to get to in a minute. But what are your thoughts on the Michigan quarterback situation?
Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a Jim Harbaugh fan at all. Like
Ooh.
I don't like anything he says. I don't like his coaching philosophies, and I don't honestly I don't even believe him because from what we saw, he ran the system where Cade was a starter, but still brung in McCarthy on other reps throughout the game. Not even like could be play one play with Cade, next play was you JJ. And I can't buy into that. I can't buy that works consistency wise for this offense. But it worked well for them last season. So I'm
Mhm.
having a hard time doubting him still. I
Yeah.
still think they have enough weapons to where they can keep those guys in a safe environment. I don't think
Mhm.
either of them are going to
For sure.
elevate their play and look like some top 10 pick in the draft. Like, I don't think that's
Yeah.
going to happen. But do I think they can be efficient enough to not turn the ball over, put the ball in the hand of their weapons, their receivers, their running backs? I think they can do that. So while I'm not high on the philosophy, I do think it could still pay dividends like it did last season. So that's kind of where I'm at with it at this point.
So I'm at a little bit of a conundrum here because I want to give you my opinion, but then I also have to tell you what Jim Harbaugh said about this decision.
Oh God.
And I feel
Okay.
like if I give you my opinion after I tell you what he said, you're going to think I endorsed what he said. But then I think if I tell you beforehand and then I give you what he said, that's going to be anticlimactic. So I'm going to
Okay.
actually do it where I give you what he said and then I give you my opinion. But I want it to be very clear to you and everybody who's watching this is not an endorsement of what Jim Harbaugh said about this quarterback situation. He said that this kind of decision was not built upon an NFL model but was built upon the Bible. And here's what he said, okay? He said, it was an approach used by King Solomon, and he was a pretty wise man. Now, what he is referencing, for those who may not know, is there is a biblical story of King Solomon where two women had a child, and in the middle of the night, one of the child passed away, and the other mother went and grabbed the other child from the other mother and like tried to pass it off like it was hers. The other mother brings her before King Solomon, and King Solomon tells them, "Let's just saw the baby in half, and both of you can have one half." And then the real mother said, "No, let that mother take care of it." And that's how King Solomon knew who the real mother was. That has to be, I mean, there's no other biblical story involving King Solomon that would speak to a situation like this. And this is a tweet that was on Unnecessary Roughness. It was a video that you can find from Unnecessary Roughness where he says this. And here's the issue, right? I get what he's trying to say, but he ain't right.
Okay, please walk me through it because I don't even get the part where you understand what he's saying. Please
Look,
walk me
he's
through
trying to
this.
take the fact that like they have two good things and they really can't go wrong either way is what I'm assuming he's trying to say. This is all like speculation at this point, but the story doesn't apply. So as my brother had shared that with me and I said, "Yeah, it doesn't really apply, but A for effort, right?" Like it these statements are I mean
Dumb,
they're
dumb,
Harbaugh'ian, right?
stupid, dumb, horrible, bad coaching. Let's go
It's
there. What are
hold
we
on a second.
doing? Like, come
Hold
on,
on a
man.
second. Listen,
Okay,
let's not
go ahead.
take and I knew I'm so glad I saved this because you are reacting to this raw.
He's a
And
terrible. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
here's the deal. While the analogy is terrible, This decision is actually brilliant.
Oh,
It's brilliant.
okay. Okay.
It's
Please tell
brilliant.
me more. Tell me
You
more.
wanna know why?
Why?
Because they're in a situation with 2 quarterbacks that can actually get them where they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cade got them a Big Ten championship and a win against Ohio State. He's
Mm-hmm.
done nothing to lose that job.
Mm-hmm.
And JJ is purportedly better because he's this special kind of talent, and you've seen flashes of that.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan's quarterback situation is actually in a very good position, unlike
Oh.
their neighbors to the
Oh.
east of the
Hmm.
Detroit Lions. I know
Okay.
you disagree with me right now,
No,
but
I don't.
giving
No.
them but
Mm-mm.
giving these 2 guys an opportunity to run, right? Week 1's gonna be Cade, so they're gonna plan for Cade, see how the offense runs. Week 2,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna game plan against Hawaii, like JJ is a starting quarterback, he's gonna be the starting quarterback, and they're going to see how he plays, and it's gonna be measured based on points per drive, which is something that he said. It's not gonna be the only metric, but that's one of the ways that they're gonna evaluate, which is a good way, right? If you got the offense churning, but you're only getting field goals out of it, then you're not being effective. So
Okay.
I think that giving these guys game runs because you cannot evaluate J.J. McCarthy on anything that he's done yet because
Mm-hmm.
all of the snaps that he's gotten are against 2s, 3s, and 4s. Everybody wants to talk about that playoff game against Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Half of, I mean, half of Georgia's 1s and 2s are sitting on the sideline during that game already popping bottles.
Mm-hmm.
There is no competition for JJ out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
So getting him an opportunity to see a number 1 defense, and arguably Michigan's defense is probably going to be better than what, Hawaii's is because they just had Vanderbilt drop 63 on them last Saturday. It's still getting him game action.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Cade still is gonna be the starting quarterback, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. This show's called Beyond the Box, right?
Yeah.
Where we look beyond just the box score. So
Yeah.
you've done your job in analyzing the X's and O's. I don't even care about that at this point. If I'm
Okay.
a player in the locker room and I'm sitting here listening to Mr. Climb Trees at Neverland talk about how we're not going to take the NFL route in football, we're going to go off Jesus and King Solomon for what we're going to do to be a football team. I'm walking out of that locker room. I don't care about none of that. The X's and O's at this point are so irrelevant. Bro, I couldn't imagine hearing my coach have a blasphemous, idiotic take like that. That is so weird. That is so weird for him to say, but so
He
on brand for someone like him.
but I mean, to his credit, all he ended the statement saying was, he was a pretty wise man. Like, that was I
Oh,
don't know.
oh,
I
well.
don't know, right?
Who he
Like
thinks are wise is probably a wild conversation we can have off camera because that doesn't move me at all. For Sir Hall. Oh my God, I'm so tired of this dude. I swear, I'm so tired of Jim Harbaugh. Dude, come on, man. No, I understand all the X's
I
and O's.
think we
Again,
I think we found your college team.
oh, not these guys, not
That's what
at
I mean.
all.
It's
Pushing
anybody
me,
that plays
yeah,
Michigan.
yeah. Great, Michigan State, you in the lead right now. You in the lead, Sparty Nation. Where we at? This is so weird, bro. I can't believe that's an actual tactic. Open your Bibles, guys, and let's talk King Solomon for
Okay,
no.
listen, I
What?
don't think they went out
Stop.
and had, like, team devotionals in a prayer
We
meeting. I
don't
just
know
think
that
that
though. But
it
he's so weird. We can't even make that assumption. We can't even say it's safe to say that. Really, man.
Oh,
No, get
man.
Jim Harbaugh out of here, bro. I'm so sick of him.
Ricky.
Lord, man. Anytime someone goes that turn up. Let's go. What are we
Listen,
talking about? Jesus.
hey, look,
So
look, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, as somebody who, has a bit of a background on those types of things, I'm not
mhm.
gonna sit here and be like, let's make fun of him for using the Bible. Just let's not grasp at straws for what we think that is being taught in that like
You can do that. I'll take that. It's okay. I'll be the bad cop
a
proudly. I don't care what nobody says. I'll
a
own that one.
a for effort, F for execution, man. Like,
Big facts.
yeah,
Yes.
big fat. But
Horrible.
I don't know. I listen. The Wolverines kick off this Saturday against Colorado State at noon on ABC, and the Spartans kick off Friday night on ESPN against Western Michigan college football is back, and it is good. It is good.
We ready.
I don't mean to quote Genesis there for you when I say that it is good,
Yeah,
Eric.
yeah.
My
Don't
my
don't do
bad.
that.